The Islamic State is on the verge of psychological collapse. The Prophet Muhammad is dead. Umar ibn al-Khattab, one of the most feared men in Arabia, stands in the mosque, threatening to strike anyone who says the Prophet is dead with his sword. The state is unraveling. One man walks in. He uncovers the Prophet's face, kisses him, and steps out to face the panicked crowd. He commands Umar to sit down. He silences the chaos and delivers a single, defining speech. "Whoever worshipped Muhammad, then Muhammad is dead," he declares. "And whoever worships Allah, then Allah is alive and does not die." That man is Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. His given name is Abdullah ibn Uthman, famously known as Atiq. He is a white-skinned, thin man with deep-set eyes, a prominent forehead, and hair dyed with henna and katam. He was the first adult male to accept Islam. He is the one companion the Prophet explicitly ordered to lead the prayer when he was too ill to stand. He is the man who prevents the fracture of an empire. Before he was a statesman, Abu Bakr was a merchant. He was immensely wealthy, operating with a massive fortune of 40,000 dinars. He possessed deep tribal connections. He was known as the foremost genealogist of Quraysh, intimately knowing both the good and the bad of his people. He was an accessible, beloved figure whose gatherings were frequented for his knowledge, experience, and trade. He did not need Islam for social advancement, yet his belief was immediate and unconditional. When others doubted the Prophet's night journey to Jerusalem, Abu Bakr instantly believed him, famously earning the title as-Siddiq, the truthful. He financed the early Islamic movement entirely from his personal wealth. He used his fortune to purchase and free enslaved Muslims who were brutally tortured for their faith. Bilal was thrown into the scorching sand with a massive boulder on his chest. Abu Bakr purchased him for 40 ounces of gold and immediately set him free. He bought and emancipated Amir bin Fuhaira, Zinira, al-Nadir, and her daughter, the slave girl of Bani Mu'amil, and Ubays. When questioned by his blind father, Abu Quhafa, for buying weak slaves instead of strong ones who could protect him, Abu Bakr remained resolute. He stated he sought only the reward of Allah. The Prophet himself stated that no wealth ever benefited him as much as the wealth of Abu Bakr. He used his vast social capital to bring elite figures into the fold. He personally invited and converted Uthman, az-Zubair, Abd al-Rahman ibn Auf, Talha, and Saad, bringing them directly to the Prophet. His early dedication brought severe physical consequences. He and Talha were tied together in a single rope by Nawfal bin Khuwaylid, earning them the title Al-Karain, the two tied together. For a time, he built a mosque in the courtyard of his home, where he would pray and read the Quran, weeping openly. This spectacle terrified the chiefs of Quraysh, fearing he would influence their women and children. They demanded he stop or surrender his political protection from Ibn al-Daghina. Abu Bakr did not hesitate. He returned the protection, declaring he was satisfied solely with the protection of Allah. When the migration from Mecca to Medina began, Abu Bakr was the only companion chosen to travel with the Prophet. This was not a supporting role. He was the operational mastermind. He kept and fed 2 camels with samur leaves for 4 months in preparation. He hired a highly skilled guide, Abdullah bin Uraykit, to navigate the unforgiving coastal route. He took all of his personal wealth, 5,000 or 6,000 dirhams, leaving absolutely nothing behind for his family. His blind father, Abu Quhafa, complained that Abu Bakr had abandoned them without funds. Asma, Abu Bakr's daughter, placed stones in a niche and covered them with a cloth to trick the blind old man into thinking money remained. She also tore her belt to tie their provisions, earning her the permanent title, She of the Two Belts. They escaped under the cover of darkness. During the journey, Abu Bakr walked sometimes in front of the Prophet and sometimes behind him, constantly guarding his perimeter out of sheer terror for the Prophet's life. When the Prophet's feet bled, Abu Bakr carried him on his shoulders. They took refuge in the cave of Thar for 3 nights. Inside, Abu Bakr plugged the holes in the cave with his own feet to protect the Prophet from venomous snakes. The snakes bit him, and his tears fell, but he remained silent so as not to wake the Prophet. Quraysh search parties roamed right above them. Abu Bakr looked at the Prophet in absolute fear. "If one of them looks under his feet, he will see us," he whispered. The Prophet's response was absolute. "O Abu Bakr, what is your thought of two when Allah is their third?" Abu Bakr managed the logistics perfectly. He ordered his son Abdullah to sleep in the cave and bring them intelligence from Mecca at night. His freedman, Amir bin Fuhaira, brought sheep to provide milk and obscure their footprints. When they were relentlessly pursued by Suraka bin Malik, Abu Bakr wept, stating clearly that he did not weep for himself, but for the safety of the Prophet. Upon arriving in Quba, near Medina, the crowds did not know who the Prophet was. Abu Bakr stood up and shaded the Prophet from the sun with his cloak, finally allowing the masses to recognize the messenger. Umar later admitted the sheer weight of this event. "By Allah, one night and day of Abu Bakr is better than Umar." Abu Bakr's caliphate lasted only 2 years, 3 months, and 10 days. Yet it decided the survival of the Islamic world. The day after the Prophet died, the Ansar gathered at Saqifa to elect their own leader. Abu Bakr walked into the hostile room with Umar and Abu Ubaidah. The debate was fierce. Hubab bin al-Mundir demanded shared power. Abu Bakr spoke calmly. He recognized the Ansar's immense merits, but firmly established the political reality. "We are the emirs, and you are the viziers." The crisis was averted. He grasped the hands of Umar and Abu Ubaidah, offering them as candidates, but Umar seized Abu Bakr's hand and pledged allegiance to him. He was formally chosen as Caliph. Immediately, the empire fractured. Multiple tribes across Arabia apostatized. False prophets raised massive armies. Numerous tribes bluntly refused to pay the zakat tax. The state was under maximum pressure. Even Umar advised him to pause the fighting and be lenient. Abu Bakr did not hesitate. His decision was absolute: fight them all. He issued a famous, uncompromising declaration. "By Allah, I will fight whoever separates prayer and zakat," he swore. He stated that if they withheld even a single tether they used to give to the Prophet, he would wage war against them for it. Umar later admitted that Allah had opened Abu Bakr's chest to the fight, and it was the undeniable truth. Abu Bakr launched the Ridda Wars. He personally marched out to Du al-Qasar. He told the envoys of the apostates he would accept nothing less than total surrender, or a war that would force them to evacuate their lands. He sent Khalid bin al-Walid to crush the rebellions. The military campaigns were relentless. The Muslim army marched to Al-Yamama. It was a bloodbath. The false prophet was killed. But the victory came at a devastating cost. A massive number of Quran memorizers were slaughtered at the Battle of Yamama. Abu Bakr recognized the existential threat to the religion itself. He ordered the immediate consolidation of the Quran into a single written document. He assigned this critical task to Zayd bin Thabit. Zayd tracked down the verses from palm stalks, white stones, and the chests of men, binding the scripture together. Abu Bakr did not stop at securing Arabia. He initiated the conquest of 2 superpowers. He dispatched Khalid bin al-Walid to the lands of Basra and Iraq. He ordered Khalid to demand the Persians accept Islam, pay the jizya tax, or face war. Khalid secured Al-Hira, extracting the first jizya from the Persians in Islam. When the Roman threat loomed, Abu Bakr redirected Khalid, ordering him to march through the desert to Syria to assist the Muslim armies at Yarmouk. Despite holding the highest office, Abu Bakr lived in deliberate austerity. Initially, he continued to trade in the market to support his family. He walked on foot from his house in the suburb of Al-Sun, and he personally milked the sheep for the women of his neighborhood. When the demands of the state grew too large, Umar and Abu Ubaidah confronted him. They allocated him a meager state allowance, half a sheep a day. He then transferred to central Medina to focus entirely on governance. He rebuilt a collapsing state through sheer will. He did not die in combat. He was poisoned in a meal of rice or harira a year prior, and the effects lingered. He fell ill after bathing on a cold day, remaining bedridden for 15 days. As death approached, he left nothing to chance. He initiated a deliberate, consultative process to choose his successor. He summoned Abd al-Rahman bin Auf and asked his opinion on Umar. He consulted Uthman. Some companions objected. They feared Umar's infamous severity. They confronted the dying caliph, asking what he would say to his lord for appointing such a harsh man. Abu Bakr was enraged. He demanded they sit him up. "Do you frighten me with Allah?" he fired back. "When I meet my Lord and he asks me, I will say, I appointed over your people the best of your people." He summoned Uthman to write the final decree. Abu Bakr fainted during the dictation. Uthman, fearing chaos, independently wrote Umar's name. When Abu Bakr woke, he asked Uthman to read it and praised him for preventing division. His final worldly concern was absolute justice. He ordered his wife to return his state allowance, a slave, a milking camel, and a worn-out velvet blanket. When Umar saw these items returned, he wept. "May Allah have mercy on Abu Bakr," Umar said. "He has exhausted whoever comes after him." Abu Bakr died at the age of 63. His final recorded words on earth were a simple plea: "Cause me to die as a Muslim and join me with the righteous." Abu Bakr died having prevented state collapse twice, once at the Prophet's death and once through the Ridda Wars. He handed Umar a functioning, expanding empire. The fracture was healed. Next time, Abu Bakr unleashes his ultimate weapon to shatter the ancient world order, the undefeated sword of Allah, Khalid bin Walid.